They know I got them vibes, so you know them fans watching me.
They in my chat with the shit. Oh, they must think they can stop me. See, we got rods on the scopes. Now don't get sniped out the lobby.
Is not on me. Now tell me, what do you see?
We send the vibes of the nation. LIP and our blood. We got with this shit. Just think it came out.
See, it's 99% cap, 1% gameplay, 100% vibes. Don't bring that bullshit my way. Try your luck, go against the vibe. Where you fuck, you gon' think I'm Mike Grable the way I make them tighten up. You'll be lucky if you even score. You should read more, though I choose to live in peace. You should know I bleed war. I'm a recon man, one of the best in the sport. I keep a drone on my hip, I let it out to explore. They say the ops on the way. I see one, I know it's more. They just ran inside a building, my EMP on the floor. Make them panic, play support. Crypto going manic, they try to figure out how I do assault damage. Real just mark the surroundings, I know they can't stand it. Morosky sending out his ghost and they don't understand it. I'm headed to the high grounds to get a overstanding. Now you from a distance, see your partners, they just left you stranded. Damn. You know you headed to the lobby, right? Sorry for your awful fight, I admit it was easy. Get you some practice or you always die. I know you doing that ping thing, they gone, made it out of sniper range. Level 1 knockdown shield, been 7 minutes in the fucking game, I'm devoted. Hit you with the devotion, hear it wind up, quick motion. Now I'm headed with the wind to your partners, but I'm focused. See, GOAT just hit that beast on the hunt. Ghosts is ghosts, we reloaded, blow the EMP and we done.
They know I got them vibes, so you know them fans watching me.
They in my chat with the shit. Oh, they must think they can stop me. See, we got rods on the scopes. Now don't get sniped out the lobby.
Is not on me. Now tell me, what do you see?
We send the vibes of the nation. LIP and our blood.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Just think it came out the mud.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
KT2 the GOAT in the building. Rent Dude Gaming. Hey, Rent Dude, have you thought any more about that Brees Hall trade and them 4 first-round picks? Talk to me. Mr. Bad Take in the building. She, Mr. 52, B Walker, what a do, player? Tapped in over there on the purple. I see you, my boy. Kicks Wheel. Statman in the building over there on the green. Statman, when you come in the chat, you just supposed to spam. You got your own sticker, man. You supposed to come in that thing and just spam. Do you understand me? So let's get right. Let's get right. Corey. It's Cam Ward season. Dion. Everybody on Facebook,
Let me
hit
teach
that
you
like,
how to
share,
vibe.
follow, comment, tap in with the daily content. Tap in with us.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
If you're watching on YouTube, hit that like, comment, share, tap into the daily content. Picture in picture for sure, breaking down the shop talks. into more digestible forms over there every day for y'all. If you watching on the green, if you on Kick, picture in picture, up to 50 emotes. You do not have to be a sub to use those. Those are free emotes on the channel. Picture in picture, as well as no ads. If you're watching on the purple, if you're on Twitch, follow the stream. Amazon Prime once a month. You can use it on any content creator free. You can sub to a channel. If you don't sub to me, sub to another content creator on Twitch. Don't let that go to waste. That is free 99. Appreciate everybody tapped in with us. It is a terrible Tuesday. No football today, but this is your daily shop talk where you can interact, engage, tap in, talk sports. Home of Alabama Crimson Tide in the Tennessee Titans, formerly known as the Houston Oilers. Texans, I'm sorry, we'll give you the jerseys and the history of that franchise back when you reach an AFC championship game, which you haven't done in your entire existence. We not here to troll Texan fans. We not here to troll everybody else who don't got 18 national championships. We not here to kick mud on dirt on the Ole Miss fans while Lane Kiffin and boarded the plane and got on the purple suit. We're here to talk about number one overall pick, Cameron Ward. No interceptions the month of November. You know how they got no shave November? He was no pick November. Only one turnover, one fumble. I think that's the biggest part of his game that he has to clean up, is being loose with the football in the pocket. I think once he gets that cleaned up and getting his feet matched with his throwing motion, going through his progressions, I think Cam Ward will be deadly because he's faced the best defenses in the league. And to go an entire month as a rookie without turnovers, and for all y'all that's like, we need to see Cam Ward run more like Jackson Dart. We should have drafted Jackson Dart. And then you see Jackson Dart get lit up and have his feet dangling in the air. Last night, trying to run too much. You realize quickly this is the NFL. And just like John Gruden told him, son, you're playing reckless. You're going to find yourself in the blue tent in concussion protocol. And that's exactly what's going to happen to a rookie not trying to go through his progressions being taught to tuck and run too soon. Oh yeah, we keeping the receipts for Cam Ward. To be honest with you, there's been a lot of talk today about who's a bust, who's got upside on the Titans, how can you fairly evaluate this team? And I think a lot of what they do in free agency will tell you with Mike Bergonzi how he evaluates the team. Because there's been a lot of talk today on Twitter about JC Latham. Since some clips, people been on JC Latham's neck. And this one thing I'll say about the JC Latham situation. Zay, what up? Like I told y'all, I think them moving him from right tackle to left tackle, from left tackle to right tackle, him going through an injury has really hurt his confidence and his ability to be aggressive. But the one thing I think hurts him worse than that, the Tennessee Titans do not fire off the ball and play and let the offensive lineman get aggressive and go downhill. And I'm gonna explain why I think that is. Tennessee Titans are probably one of the worst screen teams I've ever seen. They're probably the most penalized offensive unit I've ever seen. And when you can't screen it and you can't run it and you always behind the chains, teams just send the dogs at you. Y'all play games, y'all play Madden. When you got somebody you don't think can make reads and can deal with pressure, you just blitz them all game and they say you're cheesing. He's nano blitzing me. He's sending too many. he's tricking out my offensive line. That's basically what teams do to the Tennessee Titans because they're always in third and long. And I think overall they need to revamp in the offseason. Whoever comes in to reset this offense, the Titans have to be able to screen it. They got to be able to run it. And when you watch the New England Patriots last night, when they went empty set, there's no running back standing behind the left guard. They spread people out and they get the ball out hot. They took a left tackle at the top of the draft last year, and Campbell from LSU, and he didn't play last night. And I looked at the offensive line. You know me, I'm gonna go look at the depth chart, and they just took some journeymen and just patched together a line, and their line plays better with a system because when Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson got behind their pads, they just kind of play bully ball a little bit and they play action you over the top. And I think the Tennessee Titans don't have any of that. They can't run it. They can't play action it. They can't screen it. They're not good at anything schematically.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
I think that's what mainly has to change. Because I got an unconventional approach to what the Titans should do with the team. I know I've made some content about who the head coach should be. I'm starting to fixate on, we got a really good special teams coach and we got a really good defensive coordinator. We got really bad talent and our offense is complete dog water. I really think that they should just get an established coach that is good with offense and just build an offensive staff and leave everything else in place. I know that doesn't sound like a traditional way that you would set a team, but I would like to see Denard Wilson with just a decent cornerback or two. He's dialed up pressure. They've gotten rid of his cornerback 1, 2, and 3. They've gotten rid of his best pass rushers. Well, one of them's injured, and then one of them got traded. He's got a team of the week card on the Ravens already. I hope they make the playoffs so he turns into a 4th round pick and Draymond Jones. And when you look at Ernest Jones with a 90-yard touchdown, with a 90-yard interception return for a touchdown last week, you know, Ernest Jones leads the Seahawks in tackles and interceptions. So you look at all the pieces that they gave Denard Wilson, they've moved them all. And the defense, if you look at them statistically, the Tennessee Titan defense is still in the top half of defenses in the NFL with all the turnover, with playing a rookie safety and a rookie cornerback out of position last week. Because that's the only reason why the Jaguars got passing touchdowns is 2 busted coverages, because you have your rookie free safety playing nickelback and your rookie nickelback playing outside corner, and the communication was off and there's just some busted coverages. I mean, you're starting to pick my brain a little bit, because hear me out. If you leave Bones Fossil and Denard Wilson in place and you just added McCarthy or Nagy and just told them to find an offensive staff and align those 2 guys with Mike Berganzi to build the roster out, I think that'd be a much improved coaching unit. Because I got a feeling like I like Denard Wilson's mentality and how he coaches. I just would like to see him with some talent. Because we'll look at him and he'll be another one of those guys that we wasted in Nashville, and he'll be a great coordinator somewhere else, and we'll be wishing we had him. Because realistically, making him a Bones Fossil interim coach would have been a better situation for the Tennessee Titans and where they sit as far as the development of the team. And as much as I've been thinking about it, I have like an unconventional approach to how they should approach free agency. Because I know they're clearing Rand's guys out. I don't know how bad this Cushenberry foot injury is, but this might be the chance that they go in free agency and go after Tyler Lindenbaum, the center for the Ravens, who's going to get a pretty big deal, and stick him in the middle of the line and let him help communicate the offensive line for the Tennessee Titans. We know Zietler's out. Maybe when you trade back, maybe people can forget about Jeremiah Love and Carnell Tate, and maybe you forget about Arvell Reese or Ruben Bain, and you take a big trade back and get more, and you go after the best offensive lineman in the draft, whether he's a tackle or guard, and you just bolster that way. You know what? To hell with it. Just gonna go, just throw as much as you want at the offensive line, and go get Breece Hall and put him at running back, and get Pollard out of here. That might be a better situation for the Tennessee Titans, is to say, you know what, trench warfare. Everybody wants the skill position players. Maybe we can find them in rounds 2 and 3. We found a lot in round 4 last year. It might be the move. That might be the move, and I'll go through that later on. I ain't gonna stop the shop talk right now and go through what I think they should do. We'll save that for a little bit later, but I think they got to look at all approaches, because I can see the vision of what Bergonzi wants to build, far as like the type of players, which is bigger, faster, stronger players, like adding speed to the roster. But I think they're gonna clear everything that Rand has set in place, and as much as it frustrates me to see people, kind of, do the wrestling pile on top of JC Latham, because Corey said they was tripping on JC. They got him playing musical chairs and he was hurt. Yeah, and I think a lot with that is the confidence of the players that are out there. I think that people are more critical of JC Latham than they are of Lloyd Cushenberry, Zietler.
Let me teach you
I
how
get
to
critical
vibe.
of the veterans that's been around. They on their second and third contract. I'm more critical of Dan Moore than I am JC. That's why I made the post that I made about Dan Moore leading the league in sacks last year. And then I turn around and say, like, he's on pace to be at the top of the league this year. And people come to defend Dan Moore, but they go after JC. I know he's a first round pick, and people think about the players that we could have drafted instead of him. But what if JC gets healthy and comes back this offseason? Because this dude came back 300 pounds with a six pack. He just got hurt, and I don't think he ever got the confidence back in his body, changing positions again. And for the most part, he's gotten better. He still got some bad reps, and you expect that, because that's been the topic of the day. Is and this is my question to y'all: can you expect JC Latham and Dan Moore to pass block 40 good reps a game? That's my question to y'all. Lloyd Cushenberry, Dan Moore, Peter Skoronski, Kevin Zietler, JC Latham, a lot of resources. Can we fairly expect that offensive line to be in second and third and long all game and block 40 pass reps? I don't think that's a logical approach, considering Myles Garrett, Boy Mafe, Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter, DeForest Buckner, Nick Benito, Jared Verse, Byron Young, like Max Crosby. These are the people we've played this year when we talk about the edge rushers that the Titans have played against. And we're expecting these two tackles to line up and block 40 good pass reps a game without getting flooded, it's not realistic. I think the realistic thing is the Titans need to be a better screen team. They need to be better running the football. They need to let these offensive linemen fire off the ball early in a game like they did the opening drive Sunday against Jacksonville. And what that does is it slows down that edge rusher on the speed rush. It slows down the stunts. It slows down the fake outside pass rush loop inside. All that slows down when a team is screening and running the football, because that 250 to 300 pound edge rusher gets tired of burning energy, speed rushing upfield and watching a cutback run gash them on the backside because they overrushed. I think that's what the Tennessee Titans need, and to marry that with this offensive line, I think you'll see much improved play. And I think you'll get better decision making from Cam Ward, seeing as he didn't throw a pick in November. He had one turnover, a fumble, that he lost in the month of November. So for the rookie to be more self-aware with the football and to protect the football more, imagine coming into year 2, if we could actually execute less penalties, if we ran more, pass less, because I don't see a world where Cam Ward throws the ball 40 times against the Browns and the Titans win. I think, you got to get Cam Ward in that 25 to 30 passes range, and you got to be able to increase the snaps running the football, because Tony Pollard had 10 carries for 60 yards. It's 6 yards a carry. He just didn't have enough carries. That's a game where you want to get him to that 18 to 20 touches of the football, and you might get a different outcome in the game, and it'll keep your quarterback upright. Because imagine those 2 tackles only blocking 30 pass attempts as opposed to 42. You got 12 less times that a rusher, one of the most athletic, if y'all seen that move that Myles Garrett did on the Niners, the Euro step, I can't expect a 320 pound guy to block that an extra 12 times when they don't need to. He said, why not move Dan Moore to guard, let JC play right tackle, and draft a left tackle? But that's kind of what I meant by my unconventional approach. But then again, what if they're not just what if they're not that bad as they're being put in the position to seem? What if we get a new coach that comes in, commits to running the football, lets them fire off and play with confidence and play ahead of the chains? They could potentially play better. Now, I'm not opposed to taking a completely unconventional approach and trading back out of one, going getting Tyler Lindenbaum from the Ravens, moving one of those guys in the guard and taking the best tackle in the draft. I'm not opposed to that, but it's got to be a commitment, because not only do you do that, you got to go get a running back like Breece Hall, because what we did with DeMarco Murray, people forget, before Derrick Henry came in, Deion Lewis and DeMarco Murray was here, was a solid running back like DeMarco Murray mixed with Derrick Henry and Lewis. Then Derrick Henry took over at the end of his contract. It has to be something like that, because I think you kind of underestimate what it sounds like from then to now. It's like, yo, you had DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry in the same backfield. Like, you got to load it up like that, and commit to running the football. Like when Jim Harbaugh got to the Chargers, you knew with Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt and that they were going to run the football. He went and got 2 free agent running backs to start that year, and then this year he went and got Najee Harris, Amarion Hampton, and 2 other running backs. Like, you have to make a full-on commitment. The 49ers, with all the injuries they had on their line and their team this year, there's McCaffrey, there's Brian Robinson. Like, they're gonna find multiple backs to be able to run the football. I think they have to commit to it. I trust JC Latham ceiling more than Dan Moore. Now, Dan Moore was a reach, an overpay, bad team tax that we kind of got stuck with. So maybe they do trade back and take the best tackle out of Miami or one of those guys out of Utah or Caden Proctor out of Bama. They may say, you know what, we're gonna find a partner to take Dan Moore. Yeah, I wouldn't even be mad if they traded Dan Moore and went after the best left tackle in the draft and cut and did something with Cushenberry and put Tyler Lindenbaum in and left JC at right tackle and put Jackson Slater at right guard. I wouldn't even be opposed to something like that. I really wouldn't be, because something has to change up front. And if they can't run the football, if they can't screen it, how many times we've been in this year, 4th and 1, 4th and inches, 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches, 1st and goal, 2nd and goal, 3rd and goal, 4th and goal, and this team just can't get a yard. Zietler's, I know 2 times on 4th down I've seen Zietler whiff a block. I know he did it in the Chargers game. You just can't. I seen JC do it this past Sunday. Just completely miss his man and let the running back get lit up in a short yardage situation. They said Ravens need to re-sign Tyler. Go right tackle in the first. I mean, do y'all got the money for Tyler though? Is the question, because he's gonna get one of those $20 million a year contracts.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
And I just feel like the Titans blew their $20 million a year on the wrong player. I feel like they should have left JC at left tackle, and they should have drafted or signed a right tackle in free agency. If you had JC at left tackle and you had Oli Udoh at right tackle, I promise this line would be, to me, I would feel better about it. Because they got a lot of money. I don't see them spending this money on skill position players. I think they should spend this money.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Up front. Even if it means eating some contract on some of these old linemen. All City, what up, yo? Q, Statman. Yeah, Kazir White is out of there. Adam Thielen to the Steelers. I seen it. Big Jeff. Lil D, Fonza, Charles D, what up? But I know that's my thing is, like, I got faith in the young guys to figure it out, not the older guys. The older guys, the veterans, they should, because to me, when you look at the offensive line, the leader is Skoro. Skoronski is the one guy that looks like the stable mind, but you need your center or your starting tackle to be a communicator on that line to help out a rookie quarterback in call out.
Let me teach you
Because I
how
watched
to
other
vibe.
teams play, and the Patriots didn't have their starting left tackle last night, and you wouldn't have been able to tell because they still was able to run it. They still was able to go empty set without leaving the back end. And you could just see the communication between their line of who's got what. When I look at the Tennessee Titans, I just don't see that communication of people who understand what they're looking at. He said JC and Pete would have been good on that side. Yes, because what people get caught up in, JC at the end of the year getting tired and burnt out at left tackle. JC and Pete at that time, you could run behind them. And see, now the Titans are better running right behind Zietler and JC, because Dan Moore is not the tackle that's going to be aggressive with a mean streak you can run on his side. And that's a problem. Like, if nothing else, those Derrick Henry last years, if they couldn't pass protect for Will Levis and Tannehill, it did not matter. When they got ready to run the ball in that zone power scheme, like, they could do it. And it didn't matter who was out there. They said, look at the Chiefs. They only spend money in-house or linemen, nothing on a skill post level, skill position level. All right, so yeah, run left. That was the thing. And people used to try to dog out Taylor Lewan, but run left was the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, every tackle's gonna get beat, and that's why I tell people, like, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. You know what I'm saying? Let me make my opinion humble. I just don't think it's realistic for you to ask a 300-pound plus tackle on both ends to drop back and block Myles
Let me
Garrett
teach
40
you how to
times.
vibe.
Like, realistically, you'd like them to block him 25 times, and 5 of those times is screens. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't even get a chance to really tee off, and then if you do have to set something up, you could pin block a tight end. Because I don't even think leaving a running back over to help chip him even matters. I think if you're gonna double team Myles Garrett, you got to put 2 linemen on him and duo him. Like, I don't think putting a running back to help chip his side, like, that's a waste of time. Impulse, love and light. He said, question, where does Madden go in the future for non-comp players? The same way it is now. Offline, franchise, team building. I mean, it's not gonna change, like, man. But I'm gonna be real with you. I can't tell you the last time I even talked Madden, cause that shit cooked. That shit cooked, bro. I ain't talk Madden no more. He said hand the ball off. I'm going to be mad if Cam Ward throws the ball more than 25 to 30 times Sunday. I'll be upset, because that's just putting him in harm's way. Like, when I seen Myles Garrett do that Euro step on the Niners offensive line, like, anybody that's that big should not be able to move like that. I mean, to outrun them right and then Euro step 2 linemen and just shoot past them and get the, like, nah, bro. Cam shouldn't even have to think about that. Like, they should be running away from him. Like, that lineman should take 1 step inside and just fall down and let Myles Garrett trip. I wouldn't even try. If they run that stupid empty set with the running back to try to help, like, well, first and foremost, like, if Myles Garrett first step beats the lineman and it's just a running back there, he might as well not even be there. He might as well not even be on the field. Like, y'all remember when Tony Pollard was trying to chip Max Crosby? Like, no. Because, like, their swim moves are too strong, knocking people hands down. He's literally going to grab him and throw him out of the way. And, like, Cam Ward's going to die. But 275 pounds at, like, 6'6" to Euro step 2 people. Because you got to think how big the Euro step is. Like, this is a 320 and a guard who probably has a little bit less wingspan, but is still 300 solid. Both shadow stalk him. For him to jump around the wingspan of two 300-pound linemen and make them, like, not even, like, it's like running past a little kid at the playground. Like, I just, like, in no world do I want them to drop back 40 times against Myles Garrett. You could bring Bruce Matthews back, Michael Ruse, Kevin Mawai. Like, you could bring all them back. I just don't see nobody blocking Myles Garrett 40 something times. I just like to ask gaming questions. No, ask away. But, like, to me, Madden damn near ain't even gaming, so that's why I'm like, Madden is not even on the plate right now. Like, it's just not. You see, if they put Spears in the chip Myles Garrett, yeah, I mean, like, Tony Pollard and Myles Garrett are like not bigger backs. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's Khalil Mullins, I could kind of see. Khalil Mullins is 6'2", 225, so if he's helping chip with another 300-pounder, that might slow somebody down. But, I mean, Tajay and Tony is just like, nah, bro. Tajay and Tony is too little to be trying to chip, because they did that a lot against the Raiders and it didn't work, because it's Max Crosby. Like, you sending a running back to try to help block Max Crosby. Like, what are we doing? But let me show y'all what I think that they should do in free agency with the line. Let's get creative. Let's get creative. I think Zeitler is gone. I think Ridley is gone. I think that they should find a way to move Lloyd Cushenberry. Dan Moore, I don't know if they can move him. But if in free agency, if the Titans decided to do this, Ravens fans, close your ears. I wouldn't be mad if the Titans did this. And still traded back and took the first overall tackle on the board. I wouldn't even be mad, bro. I wouldn't even be mad. I honestly wouldn't. And if you feel like you couldn't get JC to progress, I still wouldn't be mad at you taking whatever tackle and just bolstering, like, because if you did move JC to right guard with Scoro at left guard and then brought in Tyler Lindenbaugh, like, your center guard triangle will be elite. Q, man, y'all ain't got the money, man. Ravens broke out there. Y'all got to choose between Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely anyways. Y'all broke. You know what I'm saying? Like if they decided to do something like that, I wouldn't even trip. I don't think that they're going to get a team friendly deal from Chig. If I'm Chig, I'll go out there and try to get my money like Jono did. Because Jono got $12 million when he left Tennessee. And with his statistics, Chig could get some money somewhere. Tony Pollard is a $2 million cut. He's out. I like Van, but realistically, this is how the Tennessee Titans wide receiver core really stacks up. Like, I don't really see a 1 or a 2. As much as we like Ellick, I think Ellick is a new NWI, and there's nothing wrong with that because he could be a solid contributor, especially in the blocking game and possession catch. But I still want to go to the draft and get 2 goons. I want to get 2 goons in the draft, like bigger, physical, 6'3", 6'4" targets that can go up and get it, like how the Panthers did with T-Mac, Xavier Leggett, and Jalen Coker, like 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". Like, man, put the tall trees out there. You're gonna trade Will Levis when he comes back off an injury. And I know I've been seeing people say all kind of other backs, but you know the type of back that Breece Hall is, I wouldn't mind if they went and spent money on the O-line and put Breece Hall out there and took 2 receivers in the draft. That to me, if Restrepo was your 5th receiver and you had Tim DK that you could move around anywhere, if Ellick was receiver 4 and you drafted two, forget free agency on the offensive side and just say, you know what, we're gonna go and just bolster the line. You know, and I'm talking about the tackle from Miami that you could put at left tackle with this, or I'm talking about Fano or from Utah that you would take and do this and put him right here. Now you put Fano from Utah right here with JC moved inside with Tyler Lindenbaum and Peter Scoro. I don't even care where just put Gunnar Ham on the left side next to Dan Moore the whole season. I could care less. Like at that, like they're gonna have to make a move like that. They're gonna have to make a move like that to solidify, because they got so much money in cap space. You put 2 receivers with that, and then you got a young core receivers like, let's say Brazil from Tennessee and Nick Harbor, or Denzel Boston and Zachariah Branch from Georgia, something like, yo, they could go something like that and just really load up with young talent. You have Breece Hall, Tajay on his last year, and Khalil Mullins. Like, take another running back late. Like, I think they should really bolster the team there. Take another tight end in the draft. You know, let David Martin Robinson be the move tight end. Like, I like Royer. I like Eli Stowers. I like Delp from Georgia. It's a lot of tight ends that's out there. You saying Tate and Branch? I'm saying if we traded back and took a tackle first, Carnell Tate wouldn't be on the board, but I take Brazil. I take Bryce. It's some dunkers. Jacoby Lane, Nick Harbor. It's gonna be some dunkers in the draft. Denzel Boston. It's gonna be some tall trees out there. Horton from Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Like because you can get him late. Now, same thing with the defense. Arden Key's gone. Arden Key probably gonna get another $10 million a year somewhere as a journeyman edge. Truman Jones has got contract through next year, but he's a special teamer. Jalen Harrell, I haven't seen much from him since he's been there. Dorian Mousey, we got to get past this wanting to have special team. I like Kendall Brooks though. I like Kendall Brooks. He's a hard hitter, and we get Femi back. Sneed indicted. Michael Robinson, I don't think they believe in enough of him but that don't mean much coming in Nashville. Shy Tuttle, I think, is out of here. I think what you got to do in free agency with this is, hear me out. You're not going to get no big names. Do the same thing that I would do. I do this. And in the draft, I take 2 corners. I like Dalen Everett from Georgia that would be around in the later rounds. I like Christian Gray from Notre Dame. I like AJ Harris from Penn State. It's some guys that's gonna be around in those picks around 90 to 150, like we did with Marcus Harris and Jarvis Brownlee. You're gonna be able to get some guys. I think you got to take one in the second or the third, but put some talented corners in here and get Denard Wilson, bro. I really think that Denard Wilson should get an interview at staying DC in Nashville. If you bring in an offensive minded coach, like I really think that also that you have to make a push at an edge rusher like that in free agency. You was giving Draymond Jones $10 million. You was giving Arden Key $10 million. Adafia Way probably makes less money than what they're getting now. These are guys that you're not throwing $100 million at like L'Jarius Sneed. See what you got in Kiari Lam in the next 5 weeks. But he's a former first round talented. He's more talented than the guys that we currently have on the roster. I think these are the type of moves the Tennessee Titans could make. And if you might could take a shot at a guy like St. Juice. He's not like him, and Josh Williams are guys that got stuck behind Jalen Watson and higher paid cornerbacks. These are guys that you could bring in that could fill this roster as well as draft. I'm a big believer if you get an edge rusher in the free agency, you need to draft a guy with him. If you bring in a corner, draft a guy with him with some talent. That's why I say, even though you got Dan Moore and you trade back, take the best left tackle in the draft. I don't care about Dan Moore. If we got to eat that, we just got to eat that. But some of these guys are not expensive as if, you talking about trying to give $40 million to George Pickens. He's not coming to Nashville. 25 million to Tariq Woolen. He's not coming to Nashville. Jalen Phillips not coming to Nashville. Kayvon Thibodeau not coming to Nashville. I think you got to get more some mid-tier talent that probably going to hit you for $5 to $8 million a year on a 2 or 3 year deal, like we did with Cody Barton. Cody Barton's 3 year, $20 million. You got to have deals like that with guys that can produce, and then draft guys along with that. They said, who's selling the tickets for the new building, and is a new QB the answer for the next 10 years? I think it's not just one person is going to sell the tickets. I don't think one person is the person that you sell for the Tennessee Titans. Like, you got to think the last decade of tickets was sold on a second round running back from Alabama that they didn't even know. Like they didn't even want him to play at the time. I think you have to build the culture of. I went back and watched all the old Titan runs. I watched the Oilers run. I went back and I did it on stream. I watched the Oilers run. I watched the coming of age of McNair, the falling of McNair, the coming of age of Vince Young with Kerry Collins, the Jake Locker situation. I went back and watched those eras all on stream. And when you look at it, it's all been done by a committee of just a team with the identity. That's what they can sell in Nashville to sell tickets, is a team with an identity. Like you have to sell a culture. I don't think it's one player that comes in and sells tickets in Nashville. I don't think it's ever been that or ever gonna be that. You know, like the best that we had in this era was Ryan Tannehill at quarterback. Marcus Mariota wasn't re-signed because of nerve damage. Derrick Henry emerged as the star, but nobody's buying tickets to watch a team run the ball 30 times a game. It was just the identity of being a hard-hitting, physical team, and what Mike Vrabel had the Titans at is something that people would pay to see. A team that could compete against anybody and would be a backyard fight. Like those Vince Young, Kerry Collins teams was Cortland Finnegan. It was Keith Bullock. It was them tough players that they're gonna give you a good physical team, a good physical game to see. Like I don't think the Tennessee Titans is a glamorous franchise. It's a small market. It ain't gonna never be. They gotta be the San Antonio Spurs. As much as Tim Duncan is a legend, Tim Duncan ain't really selling tickets, shooting off the backboard. Tim Duncan might give you 30 points without a dunk. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he might lay the ball up off the glass. The Tennessee Titans need to be that. They need to just sell a solid team with a solid identity that they're gonna play physical football. I hope they keep Denard Wilson. Man, I would love to see Denard Wilson. You say you need faces, even though the Bengals have Joe Burrow. But I mean, Joe Burrow, in respect, has been hurt as much as he been healthy. They got him killed his rookie year. They got him killed this year. They don't have a defense. The Bengals are not going to be a playoff team 2 years in a row. That one magical year they had a Super Bowl run is you get 2 number 1 receivers and you just live on offense, but that's not sustainable. Like Josh Allen is much of a star Josh Allen is. The Bills can sustain Josh now because they got a running back. They got James Cook. James Cook solidifies that Josh Allen ain't got to throw it 50 times and they can play more balanced football. The same with the Chiefs. You seen the Chiefs last win, Kareem Hunt ran the ball 30 times and they got Mahomes. So it's at some point, even though you have these quarterbacks that's emerged, it's so many teams that, like the Seahawks, they have Sam Darnold in a really good defense with JSN emerging. They got rid of their stars. They got rid of Lockett. They got rid of DK Metcalf. They let a lot of people go that you didn't think they would let go, and they just putting a solid product out there. I think the Titans have to be that. Like the Titans ain't never gonna be able to try to measure themselves against the Chiefs or the Eagles or any of these glamorous legacy franchises. The Tennessee Titans ain't never gonna be that. They just have to be that blue collar team that's competitive. Because the people of Nashville, the Titan fans will watch. You're just not gonna watch a coach tell you, if it's 4th and 3, I'm gonna punt. If it's 4th and 2, I'll go for it. Like, who has that measuring stick in their mind to say, I'm at the other team's 38-yard line, I'm gonna punt because it's 4th and 3. If it's 4th and 2, I would have went for it. Like, Mike McCoy and the coaching staff is just so putrid. Like, Just get us a coach with some balls, and the Titan fans will be happy to show up. They said the Packers have had 3 quarterbacks since '94. I think they can use their model. I mean, Brinker is from Green Bay. I mean, the Packers face ain't Jordan Love. They face is Micah Parsons. And that's kind of more what I mean. Like Jeffrey Simmons can be the face of Nashville, and that defense can sell, but you have to put a comparable product out there. You can't put a team that has played 12 games and have been outrushed. Just for me to tell you the Tennessee Titans haven't had more rushing yards than their opponent this entire season is enough to tell you anybody that know anything about the Titans is like, that's like anti. I said Cam is the face of the Titans, but it's like, it's too much pressure to me to make him be the face of the team with no coach, with the worst interim coach the NFL has ever seen in its time. With like, it's too much. With an owner that has had a lot of bad PR. Like, Cam Ward's job ain't to fix that. His job is to be solid in that locker room. And what I've been saying about Cam Ward is, by year 3, when he's getting ready to go into that next contract, then let Cam Ward emerge and take over this franchise, being a guy that's Cam Ward, what he's meant to do, that business like mine. Cam Ward is not that flashy type of dude. He don't got the big chains and the diamonds and like the tattoos, none of that. Cam Ward is a regular dude. He's the first person in the facility. He's the last to go. So when I say Cam Ward, like, even McNair, it took McNair like 3-4 years before he could take over the team and be the face. What really was that run, Javon Curse, a 7-foot tall edge rusher that could out the fastest player on the team. Like, you needed to be like that. You don't need him to have to take on the shoulders of an entire franchise. He can't fix the PR of Amy. He can't solidify a front office of GMs that's been fired 3 times in 3 years. He can't fix the identity of Vrabel being gone, Callahan being gone, his daddy being gone, Mike McCoy being awful. Like, Cam Ward should not have to shoulder that type of burden. That doesn't make sense. Because when you think about the QBs that are the face of the league, like Mahomes, like Andy Reid is Andy Reid. Like, the Hunt family, the Chiefs are like one of like the top families. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like football royalty, and then here comes Mahomes. Like, you can't expect him to come in and fix the PR of a dumpster fire.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
If they have a game-changing face on the clock and they don't take them, it's telling. The game-changing face on the clock is trading their first overall pick. I mean, you see what it did for the Bears, how quick the Bears been able to turn around, getting a coach like Ben Johnson. And think about what the Bears draft picks from that number 1 they traded out of wound up being. Luther Burden, they started an offensive tackle. DJ Moore, 1,000-yard receiver. Like, when those picks that you trade back out of turn into, man, we got 5 starters out of that pick. Even if Caleb Williams go out there and throw for 160 yards a game and scramble for another 50, like, Ben Johnson will have the Bears being the Bears. The 85 Bears is known as that super defense in that team that is good on special teams. Like, I don't care about McMahon being quarterback. It's because the Titans is not going to ever be that pretty franchise. He said Joe Burrow be out the league. He Dan Marino. He the substitute teacher. They said they gonna want a big face. But this is the thing, like, the Tennessee Titans is dead last in TV ratings before Cam Ward got there. Like, I honestly firmly believe Titans put a good product together, they'll have to slow build themselves into something that's marketable. And Cam Ward can be that. But I don't want that pressure on him right now. That'll break him. Like that'll break him because it's too much pressure to be put on a quarterback who got he basically standing on top of a swamp right now, and we trying to make him stand on solid ground and moonwalk across it. That's not realistic. Pinky, what up? A young coach who can grow with Cam, or a coach who's good with young QBs, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like it don't. You need a coach that's gonna have as much to do with the identity as the players. Like the Titans need that bad. Like they need it so bad because like Mike Vrabel is it's hard to use and say it because like everything it results you back to is like Jeff Fisher, Mike Vrabel, like tough, physical, take you behind the woodshed, beat your ass teams that people want to see. And we had that guy, and obviously you seen last night with the New England Patriots who he was. It's just like too much ego fighting at the top ruined that. John Robinson and his ego ruined that exact model. Is exactly what we had. The AFC title run was a 2,000-yard season from Derrick Henry. It was Marcus Mariota was on nerve damage. He couldn't play. Ryan Tannehill, a wide receiver in college, turned quarterback, is running the offense very pedestrian. Like there's AJ Brown when nobody knew who AJ Brown was in his rookie year. It's Jarrell Casey next to Jeffrey Simmons in his rookie year. It's Harold Landry. It's you just go down the line. It's Corey Davis. It's Adoree Jackson. Like these ain't household names, but these were like first and second round picks, like stacked up, like Jeff Simmons, Jarrell Casey, Corey Davis, AJ Brown, Adoree Jackson, Amani Hooker, Kevin Byard. Like nobody knew who Hooker and Byard was at the time, but these is all the people they had stacked up on those teams that was winning. And all you knew is when you watch a primetime game of the Titans, like, man, Derrick Henry finna go for 100. Like, I don't know who these guys are that's gonna make plays, but they gonna make plays and be tough. Jonnu Smith, like all those guys was from the Rams trade. The Rams took our number 1 pick in 2016 and got Jared Goff. We got 2 first-round picks the next year. We got Derrick Henry, Jack Conk. Like we had like so many. We probably had like 8 starters out of that trade. When it's all said and done, like that's what the Titans gotta sell. The Titans can't be. It's like the 49ers. Like who's the 49ers star? It's like McCaffrey is not always healthy. He's right now as healthy as he's been in his career, but it's Garoppolo. Is it Brock Purdy? Is it the 3 running back system? Is it George Kittle's not a, you know what I'm saying? Like Brandon Ayuk, Jawan Jennings, like it's just a trial by committee, but the 49ers is a tough team. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the biggest star that they had out there on their offense, Deebo Samuels. You know what I'm saying? Like Deebo Samuels, no, you know what I'm saying? Like he ain't making me turn the TV on to sell. Pinky, what's good, my boy? Lack say, yeah, we snapped. Y'all really did. Quick question: is the Titans organization don't care to change it? Fans still supporting the false hopes? Who said they're not changing stuff? I mean, like, if you a true fan and you a Tennessee Titan fan and you're watching what they're doing now, it just like we knew this was gonna happen. Once Borgonzi had a good draft, and we knew that Rand's contracts all fall off this year. So this the reset. This the rebuild. You fire your coach the first month in. You're saying, okay, they really finna clean house. This is the first time this offseason in the presser when they fired Callahan. This is the first time we ever heard who's in charge of what. For the last 2, ever since Vrabel and John Robinson blow up, we didn't know who was doing what. We now know who's doing what. So when you got a good young rookie class and you know that Snead's contract is gone and Ridley's contract is gone, and the Titans are going to have like $130 million in cap space next year with a new stadium, and here's Mike Bergonzi, and they're going to let him run the show when it comes to personnel. Chad Brinker has stepped back and he's handling contracts. Burke Nihil is working on the stadium and he's out of football operations. We know who's responsible for what now. This is the first time we've seen that. I can't tell you a time where we knew who was running what show in Nashville. That's what got the Titans fans supporting the franchise. And if you're talking about like far as like people crashing out, I don't know if you know this, but they're 32 out of 32 in ticket sales and 32 out of 32 in NFL TV market. So I don't know like what you think that the Titan fans do. Do you think we just like buy $1,000 tickets and stand in the nosebleeds or something? Because like that's got to be just a bad take to think that the Titan fans are supporting, because they're actually not. Like if you look in their stadium and you see the upper deck is empty and you see they're dead last in TV markets and their merchandise ain't selling, that would tell you that the fans are not supporting it. They're saying, give us a reason to support. And that's what the conversation that we having is. A reason to support would be, you watch the New England Patriots be as bad last year as we are this year. You watch them fire a coach. What did Robert Kraft do? He said, I was wrong for what I did to Gerard Mayo. I put him in an impossible situation, but we're going to fix it. They brought in Mike Vrabel, brought in Josh McDaniels, and then they had a good draft and a good offseason of free agents. And now look at them. Same thing with the Bears. The Bears. What did the Bears do? We're going to go get the best coach possible. A clean house. You brought in Ben Johnson. You got to trade back extra picks from the Panthers from Bryce Young trade, mixed with Caleb Williams. And then you go get, I think they had 2 firsts and 2 seconds off that trade on top of what they already had. And now you look at the Bears be at the top of that division. You say, really don't take long. You watch Sean Payton do it with the Broncos. Sean Payton walked in day one and said, Jerry Jeudy out, Simmons out, Russell Wilson out. You watch Sean Payton pay the Steelers to start Russell Wilson. They paid the entire year of his contract. Went in the draft, got Bo Nix, and built the defense. Now the Broncos is at the top of the AFC. That's why the Titan fans believe in it, because we say, okay, y'all finally cleared house. All the contracts are gone. Let me see what y'all do with it. What's that, CMC? Chilling, been out the way for it. I know you started back work though. How work been? But see, the thing about CNC is like, CNC ain't selling tickets. He's a good back, but he don't be healthy enough for you to use him as the face of the franchise. Really, the face of the 49ers is Kyle Shanahan is going to find a way to get it done, and they're going to be a tough team. Because right now, if you went to watch the Niners play, there's no Fred Warner. There's no Nick Bosa. They let Chase Young go. Hargrave, like Dre Greenlaw, Talanoa Hufanga, Charvarius Ward. Like I've never seen a team empty the deck like the Niners and still be a playoff team. Like, think about all the players the Niners traded and let go. IU, bro, you can leave. Debo, oh, you went out, you can go. Jordan Mason, all right, we'll replace you with Brian Robinson. Like, when they beat the Rams that night, the 49ers, I don't even think they had a starter at any position.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
They said Madden cover ain't selling tickets. I'm saying that you put CMC out there, he's not healthy enough for you to be like, half the games he's been involved in, he's not there. You buy a ticket to see the 49ers play and Christian McCaffrey not on the field. What are you watching? At the federal courthouse in Selma, not complaining, quiet is good. Go get Lane Kiffin is in LSU. He getting $12 million. He'd be crazy. If you're a college coach with a big check, you'd be stupid to go to the NFL. Cause like I wouldn't buy a ticket to see Brock Purdy play or George Kittle. I watch the 49ers cause them as a team, Like, think about it. Ain't Steve Young at quarterback or Joe Montana or Jerry Rice or T.O.? Like, they ain't got no guys like that make me want to pull up and watch. Like, if I'm buying the ticket to go see a team play, like, I want to see like the culture of their team. I think if you put the right coach in Nashville, Tennessee Titans is a sellable ticket. I mean, I think that's what Goodell was there to talk to them about with the new stadium, is they gonna be getting the Super Bowl. But they got to put the right coach there. It's important because they like Mike Vrabel being on the Patriots. Matt LaFleur was in Nashville. He's coaching Green Bay. Arthur Smith he was in Nashville. He's in Pittsburgh right now. Mike McDonald was on the list, like the finalist list of coaches. Look what he's doing with Seattle. Like, the Tennessee Titans have had all these people in their house. Like, can you imagine how the Titans would still look now if LaFleur was the head coach? If they didn't lose him? You know, if you built the talent back up and Mike Vrabel was still coaching? It's like that's the problem that they got right now. Like, they need the right coach. Man, we don't care nothing about your dream. Time out. A day. Bye. Heard Nagy wanted, but see, if Nagy want the Titans job, he want the Titans job because he been with Andy Reid, and Mike Bergonzi would have been there with Nagy, and they got connections. Like, I could see McCarthy or Nagy getting a job. The guys that I think people want, I think are kind of out of the question. The Joe Brady's, the Cliff Kingsbury's, Brian Flores, Robert Saleh. I think they're going to have to get an offensive-minded coach. As much as I don't want to be stuck to saying we got to get this, because Brian Callahan was supposed to be the offensive-minded coach. The problem is, what staff does he put with him? Like, if Bones Fossil was his special teams coordinator instead of Colt Anderson, if he didn't have Nick Holtz and Bo Hardigree, if he actually had went and got an OC, no disrespect to them, you know what I'm saying? But if he went and got an actual OC and just been the head coach and say, I'll start integrating myself into the play call in year 2, Brian Callahan would have been fine. Because the offense has not gotten better. The run game has not got better since. The line has not got better since Bill and Brian left. The problem is it was just too much for them. I think that if Brian would have brought in like how you got like Kubiak in Seattle, you know how Dan Quinn went to Washington and took Cliff Kingsbury as the OC. I think if Brian Callahan would have did that, he would have been fine. But he made a mistake. You can't have a first time special teams OC, DC. Like, your entire coaching staff can't be first time. Because then if you get to thinking about Nagy, like, who would you rather have, Nagy or you rather have Nagy or McCarthy? You know, McCarthy has won a Super Bowl as the head coach. Whoever you do, I think you got to get somebody that's going to keep the offense stable, because Cam Ward has had an OC in Miami. He has had Brian Callahan, to Bo Hardigree. Whoever you hire within a 12-month span is going to be his 4th person in his headset in a live game. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot. Putting 4 people in the headset of a quarterback in a 12-month span is wild. But that's what the Titans need. That's exactly what we ran into. First time head coach, first time OC, first time DC. You gotta have some. But see, the crazy part out of it is like he fired Coach Anderson, and Bones Fossil has been a godsend to the special teams, right? You know what I'm saying? Then Denard Wilson, like, I just want y'all to understand, like, when I talk about Denard Wilson, you know, like I be wanting y'all to see this in real time. I be wanting y'all to see this in real time. I just want y'all to see this in real time so y'all have a real understanding. Drop a crystal ball in the chat if y'all ain't here with me. Because I want y'all to have a real, true understanding of what this man has been dealing with. All right, so check this out. This right here is Quandre Diggs, and this is Jahai Ward. All right. Quandre Diggs asked to be released. Femi went on IR. Arden Key got injured. Roger McCurry traded to the Rams. L'Jarius Sneed indicted on a alleged drive-by shooting case. Cheeto Awuzie cut, sent to the Ravens. Jarvis Brownlee Jr. traded to the Jets. Draymond Jones traded to the Ravens. And Xavier Woods got hurt. This is what this is what Denard Wilson has had to deal with and still be able to coach. And this how the team look now. This how the team look now. Arden Key came back. All right, that's still Jahai Ward. Practice squad guys. Practice squad guys. Right? Then they brought in Armour Davis. And Michael Robinson, right? Michael Robinson, right? Then he got hurt. And then Sunday they had to play it like this. They had to move. They had to move around and move it like that. This week they'll get some guys back. They'll be able to move people back to their natural position, but Elam should be able to play. Like, and they had they had called up Kamon Hall off practice squad for special teams because they didn't want to get the other starters hurt. But I mean, like, for him to still put a defense like this on the field and still do what he got to do, like, that's why I say imagine if he had a full rotation of talent, but he don't. All right, I had timed that dude out. He came back on some BS, so we're just gonna block him. I don't like blocking people, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't like blocking people, but yeah, you get to talking crazy talk, bro. You gotta go call. But that's how I look. That's what I think they should do. I think they should be aggressive on the offensive line, even if it means eating, people in places here. But Brees Hall on offense, Tyler Lindenbaum would be two places I would throw some money at. I really wouldn't be trying to throw money at receiver in free agency. If Chig wanted to come back on a team friendly deal, I bring Chig back happily. On defense though, I think St. Juice, Josh Williams is some realistic shots. Adafio way, those are some realistic people you can go after. Of course, I bring back SJD. And I'd get all my rookies back, and I'd trade back out that first pick, and I'd try to load up. All right, any more questions y'all got? I like y'all questions today. Y'all got any more questions? Cause they got the Cam Ward story on Tubi. I'm finna see if I can pull it up. If I can pull it up, we can go on Kick and Twitch and watch it. Oh yeah. Let's see if I can find it. Yo, what's the name of the Cam Ward Tubi movie? Bro, I know somebody know. Oh man, somebody gotta know. Zero star? Okay. Bro, when this shit come out?
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Hold on, let me find this shit. Oh, it don't come out to December 4th. All right, so we'll watch that on December 4th when it come out. It ain't out yet. All right, y'all. Y'all got any more? Y'all got any more questions? Drop them in the chat. Yeah, it's December 4th. It come out. Then we get a new season of this shit tomorrow. I'm finna do my little open my little stuff up that I got from the Ben Kirk shit. And that is it. Chronic fan, what up? Juan Carlos, what up? Season 4 cards maxed out early. I heard because that glitch that they had. Man, EA stay fucking up. Y'all know it's crazy. Last night in the re-rolls, I pulled a crystal last night. I was talking to y'all and I ain't even saying nothing about it because I was like, I think I wasn't even on the screen. And in the re-roll, I pulled the Saquon Barkley crystal. That's how I did the retro set. Aaron Brewer, Tennessee Titan legend. Draymond Jones and it's two people and Clowney. Draymond Jones and Clowney getting the card. Titan legends gonna keep you stacked up. Like that's how like bro, I got the Albert Haynesworth. I sold the rest of the stuff for training and I did that set. Yeah. But it's just the fact that when you got you know, a Traylon Burks card would be nice right now. To be honest, I think Nagy might be it. If Nagy came in and he left Denard Wilson and Bones Fossil together, I would be okay with that. McNair and Eddie George in the backfield, kind of crazy. I do need to get another quarterback. I done had Cam Ward for so long. Cam Ward need to have a week and give me a team of the week card. That's what he need. I'm just gonna re-roll. Got 20,000 training. Why not? We might hit it big tonight, chat. Last day of re-rolls. How would y'all feel about Nate? What did y'all think about my my off-season plan though? I'm gonna go through a mock draft of if I traded back and took a left tackle, what it look like. I got Cam Ward because he got 99 throw power and all the other stuff. Like, bro, like what could you do better than 99 throw power? You give me set feet lead or something, who cares? Like, I don't. Man, if that would have been one of the good reduxes. I ain't tripping though, cause that's a lot of training. I ain't tripping on that redux right there, cause that's a lot of training. Penn, I heard y'all trying to get BYU coach. Y'all ever win a game, Jacoby might get a card. You don't want a Jacoby Brissett card. Do you? Michael Wilson been playing good for y'all. He said he's staying at BYU. Oh, y'all cooked. Y'all should have kept James Franklin. Call James Franklin back. Said, baby, I'm sorry. Y'all got ahead of y'allself. Shower University thought that they could do better than James Franklin. Sandusky U. Yo, Lonnie Johnson Jr., Tennessee Titan legend. He got cooked by Dylan Sampson on that screen pass though. Yeah, I think they fired him prematurely. Y'all did to James Franklin what Florida did with Dan Mullen. Didn't realize what you had and got rid of it and replaced it with something worse. Because people always talk about the big one, like the reason why Lane Kiffin left because he didn't think he could ever win the big one at Ole Miss. He thought this right here the best he could get. Brian Daboll, I heard that. It depends on how much Brian Daboll loved the NFL. Daboll may be saying, man, I still want another run in the NFL. Wow, two Sean Taylors. Too bad this ain't the new one. Like, this the old Redux, but yo, two Sean Taylors in one pack. Matt Rule, I can see that. 13th in recruiting, went down to 120th. Back to the showers, y'all go. Back to the showers, y'all go. All right, we can do the Stranger Things spoilers now. Who down for some Stranger Things spoilers? His son went to Penn State, his daughter's there now, so that makes sense. I mean, just like the whole Lane Kiffin daughter, son-in-law stuff. Wants to stay in Nebraska. I mean, y'all getting passed around. Nobody wants y'all. Man, I couldn't imagine Alabama couldn't get a coach. I couldn't imagine Alabama not being able to get a coach. Shit would be tragic. All right, I'm gonna give this shit one more spin. Yo, TJ, what up? What's good, my boy? Everything being, I seen you. I seen the picture you posted. Congratulations on making it through. What's good with you, man? I'm just happy we got a good coach and didn't wait. Yeah, I mean, it would be like the Titans, like they fired Brian Callahan early. I would hate to think that they get to the end of the year and be able to get their coach last. Like that would be ass, right? Like would it not be ass? Like firing your coach in the first month of the season and being dead last to get a coach. That would suck. That's what I said when people are yelling fire Franklin. I mean, it's the Titan shit. Like, you want to get rid of rid of Mike Vrabel so bad that you get rid of him and then you can't do better than Vrabel. You know, it's like the age old it's the age old hack. You bust your load prematurely. You know what I'm saying? Like you bust your load prematurely, and now what do you have? You looking corny as ever out there. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it, bro. Here saving lives was good, man. Just my two girls, man. I'll be trying to keep up with all the little stuff they got going on, and man, my daughter got after school stuff on Tuesday and Thursday. She dance on both of them dance on Wednesday. That's all I really been on, just like trying to keep up with what they got going on. That's just it, just the family life, bro. That's been 1,000% of it is chasing after them, trying to let them do what they gotta do. It's like so many times you see these teams like lose their mind because they can't win the big one, or they lose when they thought they should have won, and next thing you know, boys be out here wishing they would have kept their coach. You know what I mean? Like they would be wishing they would have kept him. I feel that my daughter got gymnastic in Bahama in 2 weeks. And like, you ain't never gonna tell them no. You just be like, all right. So my daughter took on this after school thing. And I'm like, all right, what days I gotta go get you? You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta be up there at 4 o'clock. And I get up there and it's like, bro, it's so many parents up there. I'm like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, this is some real serious stuff here. You know what I'm saying? Ravens Joe was good, my boy. It felt like being in the regular car line. Like, wait a minute. I ain't know it's gonna be like this, but you know, it's like I'd rather my kid be involved and engaged with their school and doing stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like when she won the fire truck contest and all that stuff, like that stuff make me feel good that, you know, that my kids getting opportunities to do stuff and you know, building confidence and you know, teaching about, you know, hard work and doing the extra stuff that matter, you know what I'm saying? So when they get older, like life is a little bit easier. I think probably everybody in this chat, I think we all in our times of life made things hard on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be you know, I'll be fair and say that probably I'm pretty sure all of us didn't make things easy on ourselves in the younger parts of our lives. So being able to make sure your kid get that instilled in them, like do your extra credit, be involved in extracurricular activities, do some team building stuff, like all those type of things. I think it's like super important for development. You know, we grew up in the era where like it ain't cool to do that stuff, man. You want to be out in the neighborhood. You know, it's like, nah. You know what I'm saying? These kids got it right, man. Last championship, 1986. Penn State history not to win big games. Even Joe Paterno didn't win many big games. Yeah, I think people have revisionist history though when it comes to sports. You know, people remember when they won. I'm so honest about the Titans and about Bama. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's why I say like I'm the most unbiased personality in the fan base. Bro, I'd be so unbiased about this shit. Like, bro, listen. Not listen to these folks, man. These folks is, you know, we just happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like Penn State had to realize like they was a one Drew Aller drive away from being in the big dance and they blew it. And, you know, this season was a lot of injuries, setbacks, you know what I'm saying? Make the best of the season and then, you know, try to bounce back next year, you know, with the recruiting base that James Franklin built at Penn State. Like Penn State ain't never in my lifetime ain't never had this type of talent they've been having since James Franklin got it rolling. Like, so what, you ain't Ohio State, but you ain't Ohio State. I think that's why Ole Miss so mad at Lane Kiffin leaving, because he got them to being in the playoffs. And, you know, Tennessee fans haven't won a championship since Philip Fulmer in 98. And here, Hypo had them in the playoffs last year. And then this year, they quarterback transferred. They won more games than they thought. And they ready to get rid of Hypo. Like, bro, y'all remember what y'all was? Dennis Dooley and, Derek Dooley and the Lane Kiffin on the tarmac shit. Like, y'all going back to that. Butch Jones and like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tennessee, y'all get rid of Hypo. Y'all might be right back where y'all started. Working extra to get her spending money while she's there. Man, what? Bro, I'm talking about grinding for the Christmas, all that, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't have it no other way though. Like, no disrespect when I see like older people that don't have kids and never tried to start a family, and some people like, ew, kids. All right, bro, listen. I can't. Hey, I respect everybody way they want to live their life, but I don't look at kids and family and think, ew. I think, man, that's a blessing. Like, I couldn't really imagine my life if I didn't have kids to chase after and do shit. Like, what the fuck would I be doing? You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't somebody's daddy, you know what I'm saying? Doing the daddy shit. Like, honestly, like, what would I be doing? But if y'all got any more questions, man, y'all had some really good questions today. Even though Impulse had a good question today. That face of the franchise conversation is one, but I think that's kind of tied to what we're talking about with James Franklin and like Penn State. Is like sometimes fan bases get ahead of themselves. Like, Every fan base ain't gonna have a Mahomes. Every fan base ain't gonna have a Josh Allen. Ain't gonna have a Lamar Jackson. You know, it's gonna be some fan bases that win when their best player is not a superstar. It's just like a really good player and a really good team. And I don't think the Tennessee Titans is a team. Because even when McNair was there, Mac9, as much as Titan fans live in the lore of it, like his MVP was shared with Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was the bigger star than Mac9. Like Mac9 had been to a Super Bowl and still people never really looked at Mac9 like that superstar. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it just like even McNabb was who everybody loved on the video game, and McNabb had been in 4 straight NFC title games, but they never looked at McNabb like one of them superstars. He was good, but they like, I don't think the Titans is ever gonna be that team that have like that superstar like that. And it's like, even if Cam Ward next season was to come out and throw for 4,000 yards and be the second quarterback in franchise history to throw for 4,000 yards since Warren Moon, and the Titans made the playoffs and won the South, they still wouldn't look at Cam Ward the way they look at Josh Allen or Mahomes or anybody like that. Like, I don't think we're looking for that. And to be fair, like, as good as Dak Prescott is playing, like, nobody look at Dak Prescott like Dak Prescott is the superstar. They're just like, it's Dak. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dak can throw for 4,500 yards this year, and people will still be like, it's Dak. I thought I was gonna get more out of these rerolls. Man, I'm not really crazy about these all Madden uniforms. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep the blue ones. These gonna sell. I'm gonna keep the playbooks. The rest of this stuff gotta go. So I got 2 ultimate collector tokens. Like, they need to turn into something good. All right, so I got a bunch of uniforms. And look at this Brian Callahan card. The GOAT, Brian Callahan. The GOAT, Brian Callahan. Cyber Monday deal, spend $34. No, EA, we ain't giving you nothing. EA. Is there any more free stuff I can get out of Autumn Classic and Blitz? I think I got this maxed out though. Yeah, I got Autumn Classic maxed out, and what's the other? Oh, Blitz is already off. Weekly Spotlight, Most Feared. They need to clear some of that off, because I know I'm maxed out level 50 on this. That's why I stopped even doing these. Yep. Okay, I got it. Penn State fans don't get look what Penn. Yeah, I mean, bro, Abdul Carter, like Michael Parsons. Like you start putting in superstars into the NFL, like the next coach ain't gonna do what James Franklin did recruiting wise. Like the ground said he changed, and to be fair, I think that's where all the fuss about Ole Miss and LSU is not letting Lane Kiffin bring them coaches and them recruits with him, sticking them at Ole Miss, making him the villain so don't none of them kids transfer. You know, like let LSU suffer a year of recruiting. Well, I done re-rolled 10K. I done re-rolled 10K and ain't got nothing. And let me get another crystal or something, bro. I thought they was gonna let me get another crystal up out of this. I thought they was gonna let me get another crystal up out. Give me another 2 million up out of here. Yeah, I mean, you wanted Lawrence Taylor number for you to be like that, but nah, bro. You on your own. You wanted Lawrence Taylor number to do what you doing? No, sir. And you know, the funny part is, you remember when everybody said the Titans was dumb because they didn't draft Abdul Carter first instead of Cam Ward? Yeah, right. They was calling the Titans so dumb for that. And lo and behold, look what happened. This a Monty Hooker card, so ass. Look. Hook 91 speed. I'm finna get rid of Hook. I love you, Hook, but we ain't doing blitz no more, and you gotta go, cuz. I love you, Hook. But I'ma need them coins, my boy. I'ma need them coins. You gotta go. Cause I can just put the whatchamacallit there. I can put the Shadow Man right back there. And that's the most feared card that's still faster than Hook. Wow, bro. I probably should sell this Devontae Wyatt too. Why you keep saying eat the pie, man? I probably should sell this Devontae Wyatt. I really don't even need this card. I'm gonna leave him there just for time being though. Oh, Stranger Things. How we feeling? I'm chilling, bro. How you feeling, Joe? Yeah, we can get into Stranger Things if y'all want to. I don't know if everybody's seen it. I ain't trying to ruin y'all viewing experience, but Stranger Things new season. KT said you ain't seen it yet. I ain't gonna mess it up for you. I ain't gonna mess it up for you. I've even watched the Stranger Things getting it in. Welcome to Derry. I ain't even seen Welcome to Derry. You only watched the first episode. Season 5, volume 1 was called. Yeah, I mean, like, I kind of got a better understanding of what's going on now, but it's like raising even more questions of like, all right, what happened here? You know what I'm saying? Because like when you mix the play in with the show, it's like, okay. I like the fact that they tie some real life stuff to. I like the fact that they tie some real life things to the show, if that makes sense. Like they took something that's a real life thing, something that historically happened, and kind of like tied it to the show. So it's like made it where it's like a something that kind of you could like, they drawing a bridge to where you could be like, oh, that could be real. He said, where Driller at, get a grudge match going or something, bro. I'm gonna say this, like I honor y'all a medal for everybody that still like really tapped into Madden, bro. Like y'all should be given a medal, bro. Like honestly, this has been the hardest year ever for me to like still actually like visibly like be interested in like Madden and Madden comp. It's lit, but I like Stranger Things better. You thirsty for volume 2? Yeah, Christmas we should get the rest of it. We get the rest of it on Christmas. Never seen an episode. One of the few shows I haven't tried, despite everyone telling me it's great. Do you like sci-fi, Becker? If you like sci-fi, you should watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you like sci-fi, you should watch it. If you like sci-fi, you should watch it. I'll say that. Bill, what up? If you like sci-fi, you should watch it. I just enjoy the comp, whether the game is good or bad. I'm trying to get better myself and learn something new. Yeah, I mean that's why I say like I respect like all y'all that's still playing ladders. That's kind of what I meant. Like everybody that's still playing ladders and still like competing their way. Like I respect y'all because it takes some real heart. You know what I'm saying? To still be tapped in to lock in. It takes some real heart. Said Joyce and Hopper making 1.1 mil an episode. Millie Bobby Brown making like $500,000 per episode. It's really crazy because like I say this about Stranger Things. Stranger Things is good because I don't care. Like, all right, like The Last of Us, I'll watch it, and Joel is like enough to make you watch The Last of Us, right? Like, it's some shows where there's a character good enough to make you want to watch the show. Like, there's nobody on Stranger Things that like, oh, I watch Stranger Things because of such and such. Like there's no character that makes me like the show. Like I just think it's just a really good sci-fi story. The Last of Us went crazy until they did the BS in the last season, and then they lost their whole base. Everybody started watching because of that. Like, bro, they just took some good shit and just ruined it. That shit was irritating. I ain't gonna cap. That shit was irritating. Like Mike. That's what my attachment for it is, Chronic. I was an 80s baby. So if you was a person that grew up in the 80s and 90s, like watching Stranger Things and Hawkins, it reminds you of how things was during that time. The clothes, the music, the mall. Like that's how small town really was, like riding around, meeting up somewhere on y'all bikes. Like that part of the show gives me nostalgia, but it's like a good story though, because it's like you trying to like, you know what I'm saying? You trying to think of like what is like, oh man, like da 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 da, like okay, what if this really was? It's how I respected that they stayed true to the game in season The Last of Us. Man, once they got past Joel, like, I was so cooked. Like the storyline was just like, bro, like y'all really want me? They did that with Witcher this season, bro. Like I ain't gonna say nothing because people be trying to twist it and make it seem like I don't like a certain thing. Like, bro, listen. Let me just be open and honest and say, like, every great TV show and great series and great storyline don't have to take this dark, twisted run of like, we're gonna do like the rainbow shit for like 6 episodes and go completely off the rails of the story and what's actually going on in whatever world they've embraced you in, and then come back to the story. Like it just, like, bro, how many times they gonna do it? It's like, bro, like, how many times are they gonna do that? Like, we've been there, we've done that, we get it, we understand. Every single TV show don't have to go down that road. No, I haven't. I got behind on that. It's like every good series, they just go down that road. Like, bruh, I get it. You want to do the inclusion shit, but every single show I watch ain't gotta have the main character turn this way and we go 5 episodes off the rails of that person's sexual journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I don't care. Like, get me back to the story, bro. I mean, that as much as like every great crew on a show ain't gotta turn and start like clapping cheeks with each other. Like, sometimes they can just stick to the storyline, and that shit they can leave out. Breaking Bad and Dexter. Lost was good too. It's been some good shows over the years. The Wire, Justified, Ozarks. It's a lot of shows that like ain't lose me. Narcos, like, it's been a lot of great shows over the years. You know, the ones that don't do it, international drama shows, like K-dramas and stuff, like they storylines be on 30. If you can get past the subtitles. Yeah, Chronic riding out bikes, that's how we had it. Predator Badlands, I seen the trailer for that. I ain't actually seen it yet. I want to watch what's the sequel to Prometheus? I gotta go watch like the ones that came after that, cause like I think I had got the pass to watch them for a week and then fell asleep, and I just didn't have the time to get. I gotta go back and watch those. Landman has become one of my favorite shows on Paramount. Of course, Yellowstone, and it's some good shows on Paramount. Alien Earth was crazy too. See, if I had like a whole week where I ain't have nothing to do in life, I just go watch. I get the chronological order of all the Alien movies and just watch them back to 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 back. Kind of like Star Wars, back to 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 back. Like if you could go watch all them, like I've seen every James Bond movie on Earth, so it's like certain series like that. Like if you just was able to sit there and watch it in chronological order, that would be crazy. Alien Earth is cold blooded. Bro, it's like I watched Prometheus like 4 or 5 times, and when I finally understood what was going on, it like my mind was blown. I think that's one of the craziest things is like when you actually like able to really discover the plot, you like, God damn, bro, I'm watching this shit all wrong. It's like watching Prometheus knowing that the story is about the damn robot and it ain't about aliens or humans. That shit just blew my mind when I watched it from that perspective. It's just like once you get that in your head and you watch the whole movie from the perspective of the robot and artificial intelligence, you just like, hey bro, cut me a break. Yes, the Covenant and Romulus is the ones that I had got the pass to watch them and then fell asleep, and I ain't had time to watch them after that because like my wife don't care for those movies at all. So like that's movies that like when I get off stream, I had to sit up and watch the whole movie and then go to sleep in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to end stream at like midnight and then stay up to like 2 or 3 in the morning watching it by myself because that ain't her cup of tea. Like sci-fi movies be so good because it's like it's like I like a sci-fi movie that puts you in the mind of like this ain't how it happened, but you can see this happening type shit. That's what I like about sci-fi. It's like, damn, what if it really is like this? Like I'm telling you, when they woke up that engineer on that ship in Prometheus, man, time out. What make you think your sorry ass worthy of having eternal life? He killed that bitch so fast. That shit was beyond funny. Definitely say I'm happy about the state of the game, but Zero Chill is your favorite. See, the thing about it is like they cooked the game so bad this year that like I took myself out of it because I'm like, I'm not finna just sit here and run my blood pressure hot for the state of where it's at. For them to drop Zero Chill and probably give us some really good gameplay for about 4 or 5 weeks. Then they're going to spike it on his head again and ruin it. You know what I'm saying? For the golden tickets and all that shit. And then you just like, bruh, I'm not going to be fooled by this. I'm going to play this enough to have fun with it. But I'm not finna like be at the point that the shit stressing me out and making me mad type shit. Cause I just want to have fun. You know what I mean? Like I honestly just want to have fun, bro. So I've been appreciating the fact that, you know, we had 20, 30, 40 people tapping in every night for the shop talk just to talk sports. And with limited gameplay, You know what I'm saying? And then it may be a time where I might be back interested in just like grinding it, you know, but it just give me something else to put my time into. Because it was a time where first person shooters, I felt like that until we did Let's Talk About It podcast and Motivation Mondays, and I started podding and doing tournaments. Then I found Madden, and that's the craziest thing is like I felt the same way about FPS games until I found the Madden community. And like when I went to Madden, it's like shit just blew back up again. I was like, damn, like this is a whole cool little shit. And now it's like the same kind of feeling for where Madden is. And then I go online, I go to Twitter, and I see like how the Madden community treat each other. It's like seeing people like talk about each other's in the worst ways over the glitch today. And you know, it's like, bro, is it that deep? You know what I'm saying? But then again, it's like, I guess so. You know, so for some people it ain't. How is the community really like some shit, some roads I'm not interested in going back down, so to speak. I'm cool with trying different challenges and what come on, give me something good, bro. Man, I thought they was finna give me something good right there. Chad, I thought he was finna get something good. Tell me something good. Meow, meow, meow. Tell me that you love me. Yeah. $70,000 training. Bill, what's wrong with you? Bill, can we say addiction, brother? They made that seem like it's finna be some fire. That's out. That don't even look like Ed Reed. That was like an AI Ed Reed. Man, I thought that was gonna give me something crazy. The way that animation hit, like they finna give me like Archie Manning or something. It could give me Archie Manning or something, you know? Nah. That looked like Chris Stevens, not Ed Reed. I thought that was gonna give me Archie Manning or something, man. Or Dr. Doom. Thought that was gonna give me Brazil or something. $16 million coin and 70,000 training. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Bill? There's no reason to have all that. It isn't. It isn't, sir. He said, mind you, I ain't played the game in 2 weeks. Like I just do my dailies, and like today I've been doing nothing but re-rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like off the Ben Kirk packs and stuff. Cause I had got a crystal doing re-rolls yesterday, and I did the crystal, then I sold the card, then I went and did the retro set and got Hainsworth and sold everything else. Then I'm waiting to use my 8,500 tickets. So by the time I sell off my season 4 players, like 10,000 tickets, so I'll be able to max out whatever I want to max out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just re-rolling now, like hoping I get lucky and get another crystal or something. You know what I'm saying? And be up. Because to be honest, from the air trucking to the glitching, speed bursting behind the line of scrimmage with the QB and stuff, like if they would have just like patched that stuff early on, they could have made a game with better longevity. But competitive wise, they didn't, and I think it hurt the game long term. Come on, give me another one of them crystals, man. Let me cash out. Now this player, Jalen Phillips, I like for the Titans to take a shot at him in the off season. Him and Odafe Way. Tennessee Titan legend Dylan Radins. Saints fans, how is he playing for y'all? Because we see how Marcus Mariota and Jeremy McNichols and Traylon Burks and Ernest Jones is all playing. See how Jack Gibbons, Spillane, Harold Landry, all the former Titans are playing for the Patriots. We seen how Draymond Jones is getting team of the week, Jadeveon Clowney, and the Cowboys. Philly not letting him leave. Yeah, I doubt it. You know, and when I just say like, how much money can the Titans throw at somebody to say like, don't go back to a good team? I think Xavier Woods. I think the Titans might try to trade him. Okay, give me some good shit right here, bruh. All the animation for 81 long snappers. Wow, bro. Aaron Brewer, Tennessee Titans legend. Kevin Byard, Tennessee Titans legend. All the Tennessee Titans legends is balling out wherever they went. Can you imagine, man, Kevin Byard leading the league in interceptions and Ernest Jones leading the Seahawks in tackles and interceptions? Like all these players, like Traylon Burks has as many touchdowns with the Commanders as he's had in Nashville his whole time he was there. Shit's just crucial out here, man. Shit is crucial out here, bro. Said shout out to Byard, yeah. And what's crazy from the Byard trade, Edmonds got cut, traded Jarvis Brownlee, and Jaquan Jackson got cut. So Titans only got the hope that whatever 6th round pick that they got from Jarvis Brownlee last year turns into something good. Because if not, it's going to be like, we just let Byard go for nothing. Shit's all bad out here, son. Shit's mad hard out here in these streets. Hold up, it's a Draymond coming out tomorrow. Ain't it a Draymond coming out tomorrow? Team of the week. I think Draymond Jones is getting the card. gonna see how good he's gonna be compared to Brazzle. Dr. Doom. I know Dr. Doom got a redux. Oh, Draymond Jones getting a 93. 95 block shed. Yo, that's crazy. Draymond Jones is getting a 93 overall. Wow. Well, I can use tokens on him if I want him. That's wild. I can use tokens on him if I want him. Let's see, Dr. Doom is 90 speed, 91 block shed. '81 power, 87 finesse. And Draymond gonna be better than him. Draymond gonna be better than Robert Brazzle. Damn. Draymond for the win then, right? Left edge. See, Draymond will go. Draymond probably replace Arden Key and put Arden Key team builder back in. I don't know. Cause Arden Key is slow as hell. Yeah, I think Draymond will go right there. I mean, Danico Autry, you're gone, sir. Nico Autry, you gone. Yeah, Nico out of here. All right, y'all. If y'all watching on Facebook and YouTube, this is it. Appreciate y'all tapping in. If you want to continue the late night stream, tap in on Kick or Twitch. Shotbybuddha FB on Twitch. Shotbybuddha on Kick. Picture in picture. No ads on Kick. You can use free emotes. We do a 30-second reset and we back live. God first in the chat.